Hi, this is Ricky, and this is the 7th of June. This is a Sunday, a beautiful morning. The clouds kind of have burned off a little bit, so we've got some sunshine. I'm sitting in my chair, and I'm in the front yard on the porch. There's a little water feature going on here. It's really nice. The sun's probably in the midst of this video, but we'll go around the yard and show this to you in just a second. It'll be on YouTube, so I'm not too worried about the length of this little clip here. So you can see I've got all kinds of little flowers and vegetables and stuff growing around in here. Look closely, you might see other things, but that's not what we're trying to show you here. It's a piece of art. It's a garden, and it's kind of funny how things grow and you give them a little bit of love, I think. And this is an orange tree that we saved from a little tiny puppy. It was a little stick, and there was the baby right there. That little stick was the beginning of this orange tree. It out of the ground and saved it. This is a sugar cane, and it's growing beautifully. Nice little thing here going on. Amongst the garlic in this little pot here, I have an avocado, and it seems to be liking it hidden away back in there, so I'm leaving it alone for now. Wonderful cherry tomato is doing real well. If you can take a look at those clusters on this thing, they're amazing. There's also lots of little tomatoes on here already. But the clusters on this particular plant are just amazing. They're everywhere. It's going to be loaded with tomatoes. That's a beefsteak, as well as this is a Floridad. This is a tomato variety from the south. I don't know quite the names of these two palm things, but I've had them around here for about 3 years now. They haven't grown way bigger than they are now. Of course, there's carrots. And back over here, we have okra. It's doing real well. My onions are doing real well too. These are red onions. If you look closely at the bottom, you'll see they're about maybe 3 inches across right now. Back there, of course, is the Brussels sprouts and turnips. Got lots of turnips. And beets over on this side. Turnips are looking real well. If you look inside down there at the bottom, you'll see that there are baby turnips growing, and yeah, they're pretty healthy. I pulled one out yesterday. It was about 4 inches apart, across. It's huge. And these are other plants growing on the back side. Let's go walk down the pathway. Take a look what we've got going on here. Of course, zucchini. I got lots of that growing on. There's a real nice one growing in there. And cucumbers. I have cucumbers galore this summer. And they'll keep growing. I'll probably end up with about maybe 40, 50 pounds of cucumbers by the end of the summer. Red onions again. And this is a good side of the view where you can kind of really see where the Brussels sprouts are growing. That looks kind of neat. And the front parkway, that's sage, Shasta daisies. They're pretty much done blooming. There's some blooms coming out, but they're starting to fall. But they were certainly pretty, or they are pretty now, but when they're full bloom, they were really something. Big white area right there. And the ending part of this particular parkway. Unusual thing, this little horse hair or horse cane is growing, is finding its way up underneath that pebble. It looks really unique, unusual, seeing that how it's poking its nose up through the, traveling underneath that rock and finding its way up. There's fabric underneath this rock, so it's traveling on top of that fabric. And anyway, there's a front view of the front yard from there. Oh yeah, I forgot about my little lamppost. That's real pretty too. I love the colors there. So if you're walking by the front yard here, you can get this kind of a view. Welcome little place in nature. Don't forget about these artichokes, they're blooming. Isn't that amazing? Oh, there's something else. I haven't gotten the sunlight there. Yeah. Gorgeous. That's another beefsteak tomato right there. If you take a look at it, you'll see some tomatoes on that one. Cinnamon basil, and a really strange Persian or an Asian sort of a cucumber. It's a round looking thing, cross between a cucumber and squash. It's a really weird plant. But that there, that's blooming, is cinnamon basil. Those are freesias. And of course, that's my strawberries. I'll have double that size next year. Trying to come up with a way to build maybe a terrace and make a strawberry hill. Make me a strawberry hill. But there are lots of strawberries still growing on this thing. Anytime you look into it, I go through and mow down a handful of strawberries all the time. Let's see. Oh, there's one. Let me pick one here. Yeah, that's a decent strawberry. Oh, I just lost it. Well, anyway, we'll find another one. As I just went through and picked a whole bag full. There's a decent one. There we go. Well, there's the garden for today. And I'll post this and we'll show some more during the summer. Oops, sorry about that.